2026 Tennessee Titans.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway on Sunday night primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The reigning Super Bowl champion Seahawks taking the field behind a guy who has now established himself as a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold.
How about that? Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks after having a big year the season before with the Minnesota Vikings. What has allowed Sam Darnold to get here? I think perseverance. Every stop, he's found a way to get through it, and in most cases, found a way to get better.
They'll begin here with a run to Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Darnold now to throw. A short one caught by Barner. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why he got knocked away there. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans heading out onto the field for the first time, and there is the #1 overall pick from 2025, Cam Ward, leading the way.
Got the ball from game 1 as a rookie last season, started all 17 games and had 15 touchdown passes and just 7 interceptions. Mature beyond his years, they've given him extra weapons now to help the offense.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action now. Ward. He's got Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early on, you just want to get your quarterback in a rhythm, and that's exactly what they're trying to do with that short completion. Build some confidence, and then you can start working the ball farther down the field.
Ward off the play fake. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
10 more yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, Pollard again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Titans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good. Outscored 7-0 Tennessee.
The score, Titans 7.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their second drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll send Cup in motion right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. yards. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
On the toss to Chardonnay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This would work quite well on that play.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense headed back out. There you're going to look at Brian Daboll, their offensive coordinator. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. And they'll begin by running the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Ward from the gun on third down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. We'll get that to Charbonnet. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
It's a gain of 4.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now, Ward. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Ward. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid. And defensively, pure frustration.
10 at the 29-yard line.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. A give to Pollard running left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 45-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Seahawks.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, here's Ward. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled that time by Derek Hall. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the toss, it's Spears. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Seahawks take over.
As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now 2nd and 9. There's Charbonnet once again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. The defensively, Cordell Flock got him down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
JSN, as he's known everywhere around the league, was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2025 with nearly 1,800 yards receiving. Why is he so dominant? Terrific combination of route running and hands.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. In motion, the tight end. Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Price. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 5.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you drafted.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run here with Price. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Tennessee offense set to go again as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Spears to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Spears. Dancing away at the 35. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And here's a give to Spears. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw, here's Ward. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Ward now working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all three timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those three timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground with Spears. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 27-yard line.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Throwing is Ward. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there is no way that ball was going to be caught.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Ward. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And sometimes it can be trite, but Ohio State receivers tend to be very productive in the NFL, and Tate should be no different. An elite route runner with big-time hands, and boy, does he compete for the football.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Ward. This is caught by Tate. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, Ward. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Sly able to put this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Scott Hanson with you from Orlando. More from Nashville in just a bit. First, though, we look at some of the first half highlights from our game, including the play of this man, Calvin Ridley. He's already close to going over the 100-yard mark receiving, and he's got that touchdown as well. As we send you back out to our team in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The Spears with another carry. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the option, here's Spears. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play fake, here's Ward. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Ward going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 34-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. And now a run with Spears. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
Now Ward. Down the field, he's got Helm. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Ward. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Chaz Surratt. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Ward. And the pressure gets to him again. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. After the made field goal, and here's Sly to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. A quick throw caught by Cup out wide. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2.
Seahawks 17.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now, Ward. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Ward. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Gets by him at the 25.
The Seahawks take over.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard. On the carry, Charbonnet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion goes the tight end. From the 50, it's Darnold. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown,
From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 5. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Oh, good move. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
2 yards on the
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 1 quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Ward. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense and running back Zach Charbonnet set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. The Titans offense and receiver Calvin Ridley getting ready for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Ward. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Off play action, Ward. Short one caught by Helm. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. The motion man is Tate. Throwing is Ward. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one's taken in by Spears. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Slot man moves right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a gain of
first target, first catch, and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Off the play fake, Ward. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
From the gun, here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a 5-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
looking to put a drive together. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Darnold.
I think you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A run now with Charbonnet. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd and 7. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Myers now converting on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Ward. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ward now working out of the gun. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Ward. Left side has got Robinson. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Back to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
At the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Thomas on the coverage.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. That's caught. Here's Helm. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that two-point conversion. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Titans will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Seahawks 27, Titans 25.
So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Darnold now to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
First down, Seahawks.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Well, Charbonnet once again. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Ward going to keep it on his own read. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see 1st downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw, here's Ward. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. Oh, look at the juke. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. In motion left, Robinson. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
10 more there and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ward. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Off the bootleg, Ward. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
It's a gain of a yard.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Ward. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 1. On the give here, Charbonnet. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. A short one caught by Barner. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Darnold. It's the electric return man getting involved in the passing game, Rashid Shaheed. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Give up the middle, Price. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Intended for Cooper Kupp, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
That's a great job of knowing how much they need for a first down. He didn't force it down the field, just found his man to get a new set of downs.
Back to throw, Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Second down and 4. On the option, it's Charbonnet. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jermaine Johnson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Darnold. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Pollard again. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around. And he will find Ridley on the left side. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Running right, it's Pollard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Ward. Open man, here's Tate. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Ward. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. In motion, the tight end. Here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now, Ward. Robinson's got it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
To throw, here's Ward. Short one caught by Helm. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Off play action, Ward. Oh, Ridley has it. What a catch. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Ward. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Ward. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Tyrese Knight on the coverage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Derek Hall just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 46, here's second down and 1. A run down with Charbonnet. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Off of play action, Darnold. In trouble, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Now it's Darnold. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Now Darnold. Work in the middle of the field. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got room at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Out come the Titans now. They take over already inside the red zone thanks to a great return there after the fumble. First and 10. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On the toss to Charbonnet. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Right back to Shaheed. He's got another one. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll try and run the option. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. looking to put a drive together. Play action now. Ward. He completes it to Ridley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
He just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8. In motion right is Robinson. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Put a man in motion left, Ridley. Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And here's a give to Spears. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tajay Spears taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Sly now to kick off as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a sixth time tonight. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now Spears to begin the drive.
But he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And Robinson, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
On now is the Titans punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one as he just did there.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Complete to number 11, Jackson Smith and Jigba. A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cooper Kupp, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
The score, Titans 13.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Oh, what a move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Spears with another carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Hand off to Spears. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Ward. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Sly able to put this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Nice footwork at the 25. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to put a drive together. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Darnold. Over the middle, finding Barner. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
To throw, here's Ward. It's Tate with a grab. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's a run by Spears. And he's got some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now a run with Spears. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results
in the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
A 27-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. We'll get that to Charbonnet. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Now Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now it's Darnold. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch.
Here's Myers now to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Tate.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and 6. Here's Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.
2026 Tennessee Titans.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway on Sunday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The reigning Super Bowl champion Seahawks taking the field behind a guy who has now established himself as a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold.
How about that? Super Bowl champion with the Seattle Seahawks after having a big year the season before with the Minnesota Vikings. What has allowed Sam Darnold to get here? I think perseverance. Every stop, he's found a way to get through it, and in most cases, found a way to get better.
They'll begin here with a run to Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Darnold now to throw. A short one caught by Barner. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Titans heading out onto the field for the first time, and there is the #1 overall pick from 2025, Cam Ward, leading the way.
Got the ball from game 1 as a rookie last season, started all 17 games and had 15 touchdown passes and just 7 interceptions. Mature beyond his years, they've given him extra weapons now to help the offense.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action now, Ward. He's got Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early on, you just want to get your quarterback in a rhythm, and that's exactly what they're trying to do with that short completion. Build some confidence, and then you can start working the ball farther down the field.
Ward off the play fake. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's good for a Titans first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
10 more yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, Pollard again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.